Hi everyone, it's Rosie and welcome to my channel. As you can tell, this is not a Games with Friends or anything of the sort, it's The Sims 4. This is a Sims 4 challenge created by ThomasTV. I wasn't tagged in it, but I decided I would do it because it looked really fun. And yeah, it is the 10,000 simoleon build challenge, and just like it says, you have to build a house in 10,000 simoleons or less, which was way more difficult than it sounded. This build took me about 40 minutes in real time, but it felt like a lot longer because I was struggling so hard. So as you can see, I went for like a kind of urban, modern type house with like kind of a shipping crate aesthetic. You'll see a little bit of finagling as I try to fit the boxes and use the right amount of money, because as you can see, I made the boxes huge and I ended up with like 3,000 simoleons left, which was way not enough. So I got it down to like, I think 5,000, but that ended up still not being enough. So I went with a two-toned exterior with two different types of stones. I thought it looks really cool, and I really like the way the outside of the house came out. There's one thing that I really wish I could have done, but you'll see that later. So I extensively used the city living pack in this build because things are cheap and they look really nice and modern. I also use the flooring from Vampires, which is those diagonal wooden floors that you see right there. Those are like my current favorite floors in the game, just because they're a little bit different from just normal horizontal and vertical slats, and they just give it a little bit of, I don't know, class. I don't think it's a really classy house. So there I'm adding in a desk, and I really wish I could have kept that desk, but I really wanted to add clutter. I use clutter super extensively in my builds, so it was really hard because when it comes down to it, clutter is actually really expensive. So I was wondering what to do here. I couldn't really fit like a living room area because of the way I had the house oriented, so I actually end up moving, like rotating the house like 90 degrees. So I make the long side the front, so I can add a little bit of a living area across from the bathroom. I've recorded this narration about 3 times because first, it didn't save. Second, I used the wrong mic. And third, I like got super tongue-tied halfway through and then realized I hadn't been recording the whole time. So this is the 4th take. Which is, you know, I tried to make a Sims video and I'm like, yeah, let's make a Sims video, that'll be easy, that'll be fun, and it ends up being insane. So I like played so much with that desk and I was like, oh yeah, this desk is gonna look awesome, the desk from City Living is so cool, the one tile desk, and then I ended up not being able to use it. So here I'm adding a pop of color in the top floor to match the bed, just for a little extra flair. I almost added another accent wall on the bottom floor, but I decided to do something else, which you'll see. So here, I loved this roof. I loved how this roof looked, but as you can see, you can't change individual sections of the walls on the roof, and it just looked really awkward with it as one of the stones or the other, so I gave up and just put concrete on the top. So there we go. I delete the poor desk to add in a pop of color with the red couch and coffee table. Then I also add in the red folding chairs, which I know they're kind of dingy, but it's a starter house. What do you expect? I actually really like how this came out, and here I go. I added some clutter, and then I add a painting above the bed. I deleted a window for that because, I mean, I had enough windows, I think. And again, if you move your sim into this house, you're gonna have like 10,000 simoleons left over, or if you move in a couple, you might have a little bit more. So you can add pretty much whatever you want. You can add a TV, the desk, and the computer, and it won't be that much. But of course, the challenge is under 10,000, so I was a little bit limited, okay? A lot bit limited, but, you know. So here I am adding terrain paints, just to like the deck, what would be the deck if I had more money, and a little path. I'm actually really happy with how this build came out. As you can see, here are some of the screenshots of one of my Sims that I made in this house, doing stuff, making salads, reading books, going to bed, and just a couple extra screenshots. You'll see the one of the exterior last. So if you want to download this house, you can go on The Sims and into the gallery. My origin ID is Pink Lemonade with a 1 and a 3, so that's P1NK LEMONAD 3. I don't know why I made it that. Don't ask me. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this build. If you did, give it a like, leave me a comment, and let me know if you want to hear more types of these videos. Bye!